Today is World Disability Day, and I wanted to share a little bit about Hope for HIE, our perspective on representation and stigma and holding space for all the difficult parts of where things intersect in our community. HIE babies can't raise themselves, either can pediatric acquired cases. Families are the ones that are taking care of these children and have to make decisions and have all sorts of feelings and needs in order to be the best parent and caregiver they can be for their kids. So when you look at families who go through this and parents with HIE, it's very common for parents to, I don't think any of us want our children to struggle in life, right? I don't think anyone dreams of like, we're gonna go through this and start a family and have something really traumatic happen that could completely change the course of our child and family's lives. I don't think anyone goes for that. So there's a ton of grief and trauma that has to be processed with that. There's also a little bit of an elephant in the room as you go through this process, learning about HIE. And some people may not had any sort of experience with people with disabilities in the world before entering this. They want to run as far away as possible and not see where they may or may not fit in a context of a community. Why I say may or may not is because I think all of us who have children with HIE, regardless of where we fit in this bell curve of outcomes, could have had a very different life, one way or the other. So, and I think it's really important, and it's definitely something that we care deeply about at Hope for HIE, is making sure that families also understand how important disability advocacy is, not just for people living with disabilities, but for those that should be good allies to people in the disability community, fellow HIE families that are dealing with disability, maybe more severe disabilities. The back and forth of this bell curve of perceptions, that word choice, and how we engage with one another in a community, what can help and what can hurt. And when we talk about World Disability Day and we talk about HIE in the context of disability, there's a significant portion of kids with HIE that will have different long-term disabilities, lifelong disabilities that may not be a motor disability where you require a wheelchair or a walker or orthotics or whatever. It can be vision. HIE is the first top cause of cortical vision impairment. It could be neurocognitive, so it could be learning or attention difficulty, ADHD, behavioral. There's so many ways that HIE can affect people. Lots of different ways that we need to think about cultivating a community of understanding. From World Disability Day, a call to action to be a really good ally to the disability community, regardless of how your child comes out of HIE. There's some really good resources to do. I just got a new one. I haven't read it yet, but it's called Understanding Ableism. And so that's one on my bookshelf that I'm starting to read. And then my oldie but a goodie that I think every single person on planet Earth should read is Emily Ladau's Demystifying Disability. This is a fantastic book and recommend everyone get it. You can get it easily on Amazon and other bookstore sellers worldwide. It's fantastic. This is Disability Allyship 101, understanding the disability community, even if you don't live it day to day. So if you have questions or other resources that you think are really helpful in understanding disability and helping people understand about accessibility and universal design and how all people benefit when we have universal design and other principles like that, please share them with us. We'd be happy to share them out.